afternoon, good evening, whenever you're listening to this. This is Tanks and Tutties, brought to you by Tubbs and Frankie, a.k.a. Thunder and Lightning, a.k.a. the Flow Bros. Let's get right into it.
Boy.
Hey, you know it. I told
God.
Frankie, I said I got an addition to the intro. We both said we're going to grow out a little flow, so we're the Flow Bros now.
Should I make a confession?
What's the confession?
I might be getting my cut this week.
Oh, Jesus. All right, well, we'll be the Flow Bros for one episode only. Limited edition Flow Bros. Hey, man, this week we had some good games over the weekend, some bad games. But we got weekend recap. Tubbs has a little story for his recap. Locks and longshots as always. College football. MLB, a decent amount of MLB news this week. It's getting a little bit more exciting, but not enough. And then a lot of NFL as always. The last week of the Tank Award of the Week. We'll bring it back probably after football season. But just with how much we're talking about football, we decided that this will be the last one. And then as always, the do not bet list. I think, Frankie, you said you have nobody this week?
I got a couple. I have
Okay.
two small ones that I thought of.
All right, and then we'll wrap it up. Frankie's got roulette this week. So how was your weekend?
It was chill. I really didn't do much. I watched football Saturday. Went out to the bar at I don't know, it was right before the Badger game, which was probably good. I didn't have to watch much of it. And then Sunday sat around and watched football again. And it was a great gambling weekend. Just we thought all these games were going to be shitty. Saturday was decent for me. And then Sunday I turned it around and made some coin on Sunday. So
The games were shitty, but I feel like you and I both did pretty damn well. We'll get into that later, though. Yeah, I went to my parents' cottage. I helped my dad. We built a little new platform for the gazebo. Drank a lot, so Saturday night I gambled a lot. Probably took some live lines I shouldn't have, but I actually ended up doing okay. And then Sunday, man, I was just hot. I mean, I hit so many weird bets, but it all worked out, and we'll get into it
yeah,
later.
there were some weird ones I hit this weekend too.
We're mentioning the Tank of the Week, so that's when we'll get into the cash outs there. Quick story, though, for myself. So, like I said, I had the good weekend, so I decided, I bowl on Monday nights. I decided, hey, team, let's build a little same-game parlay. We'll each take one leg, and we'll see if it hits. And, so here's what we had. We had CeeDee Lamb over 59.5. That hit. We had under 42.5 total points. That hit. We had Daniel Jones over 19.5 rushing yards. Hits. Then we had Cowboys money line. Hit. And the fifth leg, Saquon Barkley over 84.5 rushing yards. This parlay was $25 to pay out $725, and Saquon finished with 81 rushing yards. Pain.
That's a brutal beat.
Just so much pain. He had 3 drives to get it at the end, but they were down, so they had to pass. And he had, when I started watching, because when I got home, it wasn't really close, so I was like, yeah, whatever. But then CeeDee had that big drive, because he needed 30 yards still. And then I was like, oh, shit, I got to watch this. He had the first play I see. It's a 1-yard run. I'm like, okay, we're still going to get him involved. And then they went pass, 3 and out. Or, no, pass, 3 and out. And then after that, he didn't get the ball because they were down 10. So just absolute and utter pain there. But we're going to run it back next week and hopefully get it back. I'm going to double my wager for next week.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just kidding. I'm not actually doing that.
I was like, holy shit.
I'll probably actually do
I
less just because it was so painful.
Yeah, I had a weird one in that game too. So I had Tony Pollard over 2.5 receptions. I didn't really make a same game parlay for that game. Wait, no, I did make one. But the first leg was first quarter over 6.5. They scored 3 points. So it was dead after the first quarter, which was kind of nice. I didn't really have to worry about it anymore.
Here's a trend to look at. Sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Game to be tied again after 0-0 was pretty good for me this weekend. I took it Monday night. It was plus 100. 3-3, it hit. And it's really nice when you get a bet paid out within 10 minutes of game time. So just keep an eye on it. If you know it's basically like predicting it's going to be a close game or a shootout or, So the highest I've ever seen it was minus 150. I mean, it's usually pretty good odds. But it's obviously it's a gamble. But
I've been throwing first quarter under 14.5 in a lot of my parlays.
Yep.
Because, 14 is tough to even get to, let
touchdowns.
alone 14.5. Then you have to get at least 17.
Especially if it's teams that have decent running backs, because that clock's going to be moving.
Yeah. So, anyways, the Tony Pollard,
Oh,
2.5 receptions.
Yep.
He had seen last week. He saw 7 targets with 4 catches with Cooper Rush at under center, and he saw his snaps go down a little bit. But Tony Pollard is almost the lead back there. So I was like, oh, I love this bet. A couple guys that I follow were on it, so I put 2 units on it. He didn't see a single catch yesterday.
Yeah, he had.
I think he had 1 target.
He had 1 target, but he put up decent yards, so he's still going to stay involved. But it's just unfortunate that you go from 7 targets to 1. It's tough.
Quite disappointing.
Zeke had a decent game too, so it's weird out there, man. You've got a top 10 running back, literally by stats last year. He was literally running back 10 last year, and you're barely utilizing him. So I don't know. But obviously Pollard is a dog. Let's try to do our locks and long shots quick here because I got a feeling we're going to be talking about a lot of football. So my locks, 7 and 8 now. We took Raiders money line last week. Honestly, that was idiotic. I don't even know why. I bet against them. So I don't know what the fuck I was thinking there. But
I think it was a lot of recency bias after the way that the Titans played against the Bills.
Probably. But this week we've got 2 because we want to get to over 500. I can't get back to it, so I'm just going to take 2 here, and I'm going to hit them both, and we're going to get to 9 and 8 before next week. So I know I brought up the trend. Michigan first half spreads are so great, and they always hit blah, blah, blah. They looked like shit on Saturday. So I told myself I'm not taking that anymore, but then I looked. They're -6 against Iowa. They're on the road. Iowa's tough to play, but they don't score. I see it as Michigan puts up 10 points in the first half, we cover because Iowa's going to get 3 max in the first half, so that is my supreme lock. I think I'm going to drop the hammer on that one on Saturday.
Great defense, though.
They do have a good defense, but it's 10 points in 2 quarters is all I think we need.
It's a better defense than Maryland.
Yeah, but we scored on Maryland pretty easily. We moved the ball on Maryland very easily. It's just there's too many fuck-ups. So, eliminate the fuck-ups, we're fine. I'm going to hop back on it. And then Thursday, man, I love the Bengals -3.5 against the Dolphins. Tua is banged up, whether it's a concussion, an ankle injury, or back spasms. One of the 3. I don't know what it is, but he's got something. And Waddle's going to be banged up. The Bengals looked good. They look back to form. Obviously, they played – who the hell did they play? Not a good team. Who'd they play? Who'd the Bengals play?
The Jets.
The Jets. So, but they're wearing the all-whites. And I love these uniforms. Look them up if you haven't. Get ready to have a boner.
I do love the Snow Tiger unis.
I said we were going to go quick here. Look at me talking so long. So I'm hammering Bengals -2.5 on Thursday.
3.5.
3.5, correct. Sorry. Long shots. Last week, the parlay was an L. Went 1 and 3. I'm off parlays now. It looked good to start, but it wasn't good.
This parlay till Thursday.
Yep, off parlays till I build a same game parlay on Thursday. I'm off them for long shots is what I'm saying. But this long shot is my nuts have to be put in a wheelbarrow to take this bet. But I don't think you can actually bet it, but this is just a pride thing. Aaron Judge will finish the season under 61.5 home runs. Okay, here's my theory. I watched Aaron Judge his last 2 games, the rain delay on Sunday and last night's game. I bet on him to hit a home run to tie Maris both times, and I'm watching and I'm hoping. And he gets walked so much because these pitchers don't want to give it up. You can bet on it. What's the odds?
Plus 400.
For under 61.5?
Under 61.5.
I'm going to go bet that. Where was that at? Player Futures?
DraftKings. Season milestones.
Okay, I'm going to go hit that. But yeah, he gets walked so much, and he's pretty much single or walk right now because these pitchers are afraid. They don't give him shit to hit. So I think it's a pride thing for them. They don't want to be the guy that gave up 61 or 62, so I'm going to take that. That's my long shot.
At least if you give it up, you're memorable, though,
Yeah, but fuck that. Nobody wants to be that guy.
I think it was Cole Hamels. No, it wasn't Cole Hamels.
See? Nobody remembers who gave up Barry Bonds' 70th.
No, somebody was talking about it this week and whether you would feed that player fastball or just let them hit the milestone home run. I think they were talking about Pujols with it. And he's like, I wouldn't just throw him softball pitches. He's like, I'd throw him straight heaters and be like, you know what, you earn this, but I'm not just going to give it to you. You got to hit it. I'm going to feed it to you. I'm going to give you my best. You still got to hit it. But My locks this week. So last week I had Ravens -3.
Nice one.
It was honestly kind of sweaty at the end.
Yep.
The Patriots just kept bringing it back, one-score game. They did cover. We got that good. Up to 7-5-1 now. This week, listen, Bills, rough week. But they have all of that anger built up into them now. I don't think there's a chance in hell that they don't cover -3.5 against the Ravens, who I bet on last week. So
it's in Baltimore. It's in Baltimore.
Yep, I understand that. Also, when the Bills win, I think it's like the last 8 games that they've won by double digits or more. So if they win by double digits.
I saw a stat, and it was like the last 14 games that were one-score games they've lost. They only win blowouts.
Yes. So, that's what I'm saying. They either win by double digits.
You might as well go take...
Or they lose.
You might as well go take Bills -9.5. You know what I mean?
Might be a sprinkle.
Hey.
Anyways, long shots. Consistency parlay was not so consistent. Amon-Ra really fucked me. It was only him. He was the only one that fucked me.
You had 3 legs.
Cooper Kupp was very active, but he did not cover his 97.5. And then Tyreek Hill just didn't do me anything. Amon-Ra was the hardest, though, because I had over 73.5, and he finished at 73. So that one hurt. But this week, I'm going to fade Jake here. Jake's going Bengals -3.5 against the Dolphins on Thursday. Hear me out. I get it. Bengals and all whites. Bengals look good. Yeah, well, you know who is 3-0 right now and just beat the best fucking team in the NFL? The Dolphins. The Bengals O-line stinks. The Dolphins defense is good. Yeah, Tua might be banged up. But you know who's the backup? Teddy Two Gloves. I'm riding. Dolphins are going to be my cash cow this year. Dolphins money line. Also, we'll get into it. The spreadsheet is back. We're going to talk about it. Spreadsheet has the Dolphins.
Does it really?
Straight up.
Spreadsheet was wrong last night, though. Went 1-3.
One game and an NFC East game.
That's true. Well, that'll be fun to go up against each other like that. That'd be cool. College football, man. Great Saturday. I didn't get to watch much. I was outside all day building that deck, but I caught the highlights and shit. Michigan, we ended up recording it and watching it later. They just underperformed. Like, that's what happens when you play nobodies the first 3 weeks of the season. You're not warmed up, and you look like shit. So I'm glad they pulled it out. The score looks worse than it actually was. They gave up a garbage time touchdown to win by 7 instead of 14. But I'm hoping they'll bounce back this week, obviously. I'm taking their first half spread. I'll probably take their full game. It's only 11. That seems easy. But
it's really too bad that Michigan and Wisconsin don't play.
It is, because it would honestly probably be a fun game. With the way that we look right now, we're not as good as last year. So that would be fun to...
I don't know. I mean...
We could be as good as last year. Like, the offense could be better, and the defense could have taken a step back, and then you could say, we're about equal to last year. But, man, they just did not look like last year's team Saturday.
Well, you also just threw in a less experienced quarterback, too.
And here's the other thing. Maryland did get pretty decent. They got some nice transfers. I think they've got 2 4-star wide receivers. So it's not the Maryland of past that Michigan's beat by 40 points the last 10 times or something like that. How about your Wisconsin boys? They made me some coin because they got blown out.
I completely stayed away from it. So glad I did. Everything in me wanted to bet Wisconsin spread. And then I was sitting at the bar about to bet it, and all of a sudden it came on. I said, the Wisconsin game. And then I saw the blackout in the stands, and I flipped my phone over and turned it off. I was like, nope, not touching it.
Yeah. Hey, that's responsible. Honestly, though, you're being responsible.
Honestly, we got 21 up against them. Like,
mostly garbage time, but I don't think you scored on starters.
Maybe.
I don't think they actually put their starters. That's just a joke.
The worst part was, like, our defense is supposed to be so good, and like the first 4 drives were all touchdowns, and the drives were like 4 to 6 play drives in like less than 4 minutes each time for a touchdown. We couldn't stop anything.
Yeah,
So, I don't know.
OSU has a very, very good offense this year.
Those All Blacks are very scary, though.
Yep, and I'm afraid that if Michigan has to play them in a night game, which normally it's not, it's almost always a noon game, and you wouldn't do All Blacks during the day. It wouldn't look as cool. So, but those are some scary uniforms. I'm a big uniform, let it determine how I'm going to bet guy, and so far it's paid off. That's 2.
I mean, it's a big momentum swing.
Yeah.
Look good, feel good, you know?
I took OSU on Saturday, and I've got the Bengals this Thursday, so I'm a big uniform guy. That's confirmed.
True.
What else do we got here? Let's jump to MSU. They are fucking hot garbage. Not even hot garbage.
Yeah,
They're lukewarm garbage. They are the food you throw away and forgot to take it outside, so now your kitchen stinks when you wake up in the morning. That's Michigan State. They are so bad. They have no offense. Their defense could not catch a cold. And honestly, I don't even think Michigan State could beat a blind guy up. So I
can't wait for Wisconsin to play MSU.
I think Wisconsin will blow them out. I think Michigan rolls, especially it's at home this year. I will take Michigan spread up to 21, and it will not be close because their offense is so bad. Mel Tucker finessed MSU with that contract, and he owes probably about $50 million to Kenneth Walker because he was their team last year.
What's worse, Tuck or Scott Frost?
Scott Frost, because it's, we've seen it. 2 years from now it might be Tuck. But Scott Frost got the money without showing anything. Mel Tucker showed promise and got the contract. Scott Frost got like $100 million for 10 years right off the rip.
That's
not
true.
proving anything. I mean, he technically proved himself, but that was at UCF. So, hot take, I think Minnesota's going to win the Big Ten West. They look very good. And I believe you have some stats, right?
Yeah, so I saw a stat. I can't seem to find it. It was last week, and I completely forgot to mention it on the show. It was something about Minnesota after, this week will be week 5, so last week was week 4. That means the week I saw it would have been after week 3, I believe. Yep. It was some stat about Minnesota having a top 5 skill player on offense. And I don't remember what the stat was based off of, but it was like Mo Ibrahim, top 5 running back in NCAA. Tanner Morgan was a top 5 quarterback in NCAA. And I don't even know who their top quarterback or top wide receiver is. It's that Bell guy who had busted his leg last year. Mm-hmm. But he's been a top 5 wide receiver for them. And I never would have thought about it. It's Minnesota. You don't really think about Minnesota that much.
Yep.
And they've just been running it. And then another stat that I found. This one's probably going to blow your mind. Minnesota has held each of its last 11 opponents to under 280 total yards, tying Alabama of 2011 for the longest such streak by an FBS team this century.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can use that to my advantage next week and bet on some unders. You probably can't bet player stats for a Minnesota game, though.
Well, you can bet team total unders, though.
True. Yeah, I mean, Minnesota looks good. And normally it's Wisconsin, Iowa out there, and that's about it.
It's become a 3-team race.
But I think Wisconsin's out. I don't know, though. I feel like Wisconsin's schedule remaining is actually pretty easy. Iowa's out,
easy.
And it's going to be Minnesota, Wisconsin. They play each other, correct?
I believe so.
They have to,
I feel like they play each other every year. I'll look.
Yep, but I mean, if Wisconsin can pull out a win there, all you need is, no, because then if you're both, say you're both 10-2 going into the championship round, Minnesota would have the tiebreaker because they have 2 conference losses. You lost out of conference.
Here's our schedule. I want you to give me win-loss as I read the game. At home versus Illinois.
Win.
On the road at Northwestern.
Win, but it'll be scary.
I agree. On the road at MSU.
Oh, win by 30.
At home versus Maryland.
Win, but it'll be close.
On the road at Iowa.
That's probably a win.
Iowa's got our number. I don't like it.
Iowa's got your number, but their offense is so bad. And I feel like your defense, who was supposed to be so good, will figure it out by then.
But that would also be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'd be 10 games into the season.
Yep.
Like, by that point, either their coach is fired or they have a better offense.
Yeah. What else you
got? Then we have at Nebraska. That's a blowout.
That's a blowout.
And then last game of the season at home versus Minnesota.
At least you got them at home. So I think you technically need Minnesota to lose 3 games because you lost out of conference. Who'd you lose to?
Well, we lost to OSU and Washington State.
That's what it was, Washington State. So since you had that out of conference loss, I think Minnesota would have the tiebreaker. Or no, because the tiebreaker would probably be head-to-head.
Dude, what? Minnesota has almost the exact same schedule as us.
Well, yeah, you're in the same, same division.
Well, yeah, they got Purdue next week at home.
You didn't have Purdue.
Yeah, we did. You said blow up by 30.
No, I said that for Michigan State.
I said Purdue.
I heard Michigan State.
Yeah, right after
Purdue's frisky. Purdue beat Michigan State last year.
Anyways, Minnesota on the road at Illinois, win. Minnesota at Penn State,
loss.
In a night game.
Loss.
Absolutely.
That's a loss. Rutgers
in Minnesota.
This is a completely different schedule from Wisconsin.
Only Penn State and Rutgers, the only 2 different games.
Yeah, so it's not even that makes sense.
And they almost play them in the exact same order.
You have
Nebraska,
2
Northwestern,
on the other
Iowa.
side. You have 2 on the other side. Or Minnesota has 2 on the other side. It makes sense. It's just you got the lighter one. You had OSU though, so I guess
I was gonna say.
Yeah, it evens out. All right, we got to get going here though. Too much time on Wisconsin. They're not good enough to be talking about them this long.
We were talking about Minnesota, but yeah.
Yeah, but that relates to Wisconsin. Oklahoma. R.I.P. Saturday night was rough.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to them unless they're playing Nebraska, so.
Right. Saturday night was rough for me. I kept hitting Oklahoma live and Arkansas live. Arkansas could have broke me even for the night, but they doinked a field goal off the top of the upright.
Yeah, now that I think back, I said that I had a good day Saturday. I didn't.
No, I didn't do bad, but I
had a great Sunday.
I didn't break even. Sunday was amazing. We'll get into that. But you had some crazy games. You had Oklahoma lost to Kansas State. It wasn't a home game. I think they were playing at AT&T. Or was that Arkansas?
Arkansas.
Okay.
It's at AT&T.
So Oklahoma's at home, right? Were they at home?
I'll look.
You don't have to. It's not that deep. But they lost to Kansas State. I think we both had Oklahoma spread in some form or another. I think we both live bet.
Didn't touch it.
Yeah, we live bet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
I sent it to you, so that's my bad. Auburn versus Missouri. Let me give you a quick rundown if you missed it. Ridiculous finish. Auburn is winning. Nope.
They played in Norman, by the way.
Yeah, so they lost at home to Kansas State, who's now ranked, so it's not that bad, I guess, if Kansas State keeps winning. Adrian Martinez, 4 rushing touchdowns. He wasn't the problem at Nebraska. Confirmed. But Auburn, Missouri, 14-14. Missouri has a 30-yard field goal as time expires to win it. He missed it. He pushed it way right, a 30-yarder. So now you're in overtime.
It was possibly the worst missed field goal I've seen.
It would have been better if it was blocked because then it wouldn't look so shitty. And then you go to overtime. Auburn got a field goal. Missouri's driving. It's 17-14. Was it a pass or a run? Doesn't matter. Running back is coming around the side. He's reaching for the goal line, and he dropped the ball, and it's recovered by Auburn for a touchback. They win 17-14. Just an absolute unreal finish.
I had Auburn -2 in a parlay, which didn't hit. It was teased down to -2. I think it was just like a 6-leg teaser. I don't know. I played so many fucking bets this weekend, I don't remember.
Right.
But so I had Auburn -2, and I saw it was tied, and Missouri was like 4 seconds left at the 12-yard line or whatever, and I was like, "Fuck this!" It lost. And then all of a sudden I looked again, and they missed. So I instantly went to Twitter to find the video, and it was so bad. So then I turned it on, saw Auburn kick the field goal, and I was like, "All right, we're back. Just hold them here." And I don't even remember what I did, if I switched games or what. And it was like the first play of Missouri's overtime that they fumbled. And I switched back and came back, and they were reviewing it, and I was like, holy shit, what just happened?
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, I started freaking out.
Yep.
It's like, okay, we're good.
Yeah, and then Florida, Tennessee, I actually got to catch the second half of that game. That was an awesome game. It's always nice having an actual good game this early in the season. It was back and forth a little bit, and then Tennessee kind of started pulling away, and then at the end, Florida came back and covered. It's crazy. They went for – this was crazy too. Florida was plus 11. They're down 12. So you take the extra point, you get a push, right? No, they went for 2 down 12 to make it a 10-point game. But it was so early that it's like, why are you doing this? And they didn't get it, so they were down 12, so everybody thought they weren't going to cover, but they came back and lost by, I think, 5 or 6. I had a nice little SGP there. That was fun. Took an alternate over. I took both team totals. I took them over, but a lower one. I took both quarterbacks over on passing, and it won. Oh, and Tennessee
I didn't watch that game at all. But the first thing I saw in that game was the total, and I said, that feels like an under game to me. Glad I didn't touch it.
Yeah, yep. You said under, and I said, nah. We have a group chat, and I said, Frankie's like, hey, what do we got for the 3 o'clock games? And I'm like, I don't like a single thing. And then I built that SGP real quick and hit that. So I did really damn well for the 3:30 slate. Then the
Which
night
that's
slate
always my worst slate. Always my worst slate.
Yeah, I always do well on 12 o'clocks too. But I literally only on Saturday I bet Michigan first half spread. I hit that SGP, and then Saturday night I live bet. I was really drunk Saturday night.
You know what I think it is? I think the morning slate, it's just like those underdogs don't have the energy to get up and get ready.
They're still tired. Yeah.
Yep. Whereas the 3:30 games, you get to sleep in a little bit.
Yep.
Like you get up, you get that energy, you're good to go. They're awake. It's like mid-afternoon. It's the warmest part of the day. Underdogs are ready to bark.
Yeah, that's everything I got for college football. You got anything else? That was the main points.
Don't think so. What do you think of Baylor? Oh, actually, no. I wanted to mention
frauds.
the Clemson game.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Double overtime, another one where I had Clemson spread. I had minus 5.5. They won by 6 in double OT. That was sweaty.
Yeah, you have to go for 2 in overtime, and they didn't get it. So it's like, oh my God. And then Wake Forest just couldn't move the ball for their turn in second overtime.
Well, and there's like a streak. Clemson had won the last 12 by double digits or something like that. Or maybe it was like they'd won the last however many by double digits, but they'd won the last 12 outright. So I was like, well, of course I have to bet on Clemson. And then it just almost got derailed.
Yeah, right. That was a fun game.
A lot of almost this weekend.
Have you ever watched QB1, the TV show?
No, you've told me about it though.
Yeah, so for everybody that doesn't know, it's a show about high school quarterbacks that are highly recruited and they're about to go to college and it's their senior year. And Justin Fields was on there. Who's the other one?
Oh, I did watch that season.
Who's the white? Jake Fromm was on there. And then Wake Forest's quarterback was on there. He went to a really small school. So it was really cool that he got into Wake Forest. And he went to that school. They went 0-8 his senior year. But he still put up like 4,000 yards or some shit.
Yikes.
But that dude's the truth. Watch for him in the draft. Ooh, if the Lions.
Who do you got as your Heisman right now?
Right now, man, you threw me off guard there. I think Corum has a chance if he keeps putting up these numbies and Michigan keeps winning. Dude, he had 4 touchdowns last week, and then this week he rushed for 240 yards and a touchdown. But
right now, I think I got to go. I mean, Stroud's the favorite.
I do like Stroud. He's been really good. That's yeah. If
Bryce
you put a gun to my head,
fallen quite a bit.
If you put a gun to my head, I'm taking Stroud. But
sleeper,
I've got a big sleeper.
Michael Penix.
That's a good sleeper. I was going to mention him, but it's been 25 years since Charles Woodson won the Heisman, the last defensive player to do it. So, what do you think these writers are going to look at? Ooh, pretty sweet story if a defensive player wins the Heisman. Will Anderson out of Bama. I sprinkled.
That's,
If he stays healthy and does what he did last year, I mean, you see it, right? Writers want a story. That's a story. 25 years from Charles Woodson. Will Anderson wins it. Yeah, keep an eye.
That would be a good story.
I don't think he actually will, though, because Charles Woodson was also big-time punt returner, kick returner. But, I mean, if Bama wins, if Bama goes to the national championship, and you never know. So, let's hop into, I almost skipped it. MLB. Pujols, 700.
Listen, I hate the Cardinals, but that was fucking awesome.
I have also made the claim that Cabrera is better than Pujols, and I'm going to retract that right now.
No chance.
Like, Cabrera had the Triple Crown. He won one World Series, but he's only got 500-ish home runs, somewhere in there. He got the 3,000 hits. Pujols is just a stat machine. He won, 2 World Series he won?
I believe so. It might be more than that.
Definitely one, maybe 2 or 3, but I think it's just 2. And dude, he's still hitting bombs right now too. Look at him; he looks so out of shape, and he's still hitting tanks.
And honestly, like, it was cool to see him hit it in Dodger Stadium too, because like he played there for a couple of years. And
did you see the video?
I get,
of Dave
like,
Roberts?
You're there for the moment, and everybody was cheering. It was so loud. So
did you see the video of Dave Roberts?
I didn't.
When he hit it, Dave Roberts like kind of went yes and like got up, and then he pretended to be mad because he realized he's on the other team. He went like,
that's such a Dave Roberts thing to do.
No, and then he put his face on the fence, and it was like, you are so fake, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a great moment to cheer for, especially for a guy
Right.
that played for your team.
Right.
So.
And then it was funny too when Pujols touched home. He kind of came towards the dugout, and everybody came out, and then he like swerved him and went to his family real quick, and everybody kind of went like, "What the fuck?" Then he came
you
back
have to
and
go
did the
family
embrace.
first.
Right. Speaking of milestones, Judge is at 60. It's 61 to tie Roger Maris for the American League record. No, he is tied with Maris right now. God, I did this last week too. I didn't actually know.
Yep.
He is tied right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he needs one more for the American League record and one more.
To break the Yankees record.
No, we're doing this wrong.
I believe.
No, it's one more to tie Maris for the American League record, and then it's 62 for the non-steroid
that's what it
it's
is.
the
true
non-steroid
home run
record and break. Obviously have the American League on top of that.
You know what else?
What's that?
How are you going to feel when Aaron Judge wins the Triple Crown and just overshadows Miggy's Triple Crown?
It's gonna suck because Miggy will be not talked about anymore because Aaron Judge set the home run record. So he's leading in all 3 right now, right?
Yep.
So
He just took the lead again last night.
I got to look at who's close, and I'm going to bet on all of his overs because he's going to do it.
It's just the batting average that's close because it's batting average, home runs, and RBIs, right?
Yep. Judge obviously has home runs.
So
I don't know where we're at on ribbies.
That's
while you're looking
so
that
batting
up,
average.
Oh, you already got it. This guy's
for American League. Judge is 314. Luis Arias and Xander Bogaerts are at 313.
That's literally
home run Judge has by 23.
Jesus, that's so
and
insane.
then RBIs, he's got 128. The next closest is Jose Ramirez with 117.
Yeah, so that's the same thing as Miggy. He led those two pretty easily, and batting average was close. Josh Hamilton.
Batting average just fluctuates so much.
Yeah, Josh Hamilton. I remember he was 1 point below him like the whole time. But it kind of seems like he's struggling. He's been at 60 for a while now, but he's not struggling. If you watch the games, he's getting hits.
He's not struggling. He's
getting hits. He's just getting walked a lot, and that's why I took that under. I feel like pitchers don't want to throw to him. He had one that was really close on Saturday or Sunday. It was warning track
center where the cameraman juked us all.
Yep, everybody thought it was out. The stadium roared, but I don't know, man. I think pitchers don't want to do it. You never know.
I think he's going to get it.
All he needs is
one
one
pitcher.
one
bad matchup.
I was going to say one pitcher, and then he's going to get 61. But I have under 61 and a half. It would suck if he, tied Maris and didn't break it. So
yeah,
that'd be so disappointing. How many games are left? They got what? Probably 2 weeks left.
9.
Oh, I like my bet even more now. Love it. Give us your Brewers update. How'd they do last week?
We're still 1.5 back in the wild card, which
running out of time.
I don't know.
Running out of time.
Yeah, I don't know. We do have a fairly easy schedule coming up. We've got so we have the Cardinals right now, which tough, but the Cardinals are also only 6.5 games of the division. So the division is still technically in reach. So we got the Cardinals. Then we go at home versus the Marlins. I feel like that's a 4-game series. And then we finished with the Diamondbacks. So I don't want to get my hopes up. But we've won 21 of the last 30 games we've played at home.
You're going to lose at least one to the Diamondbacks, though, when Merrill Kelly's on the mound. Book it.
Depending on who's pitching for us.
That's going to be my lock next week, is Diamondbacks money line.
Well, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so...
Oh, so it won't even be out. You heard it here first. It's going to be my lock next week if Merrill Kelly is pitching.
I don't want to get my hopes up.
Hopefully it's Wednesday. That'd work out.
I'm pretty much saying that we're going to miss the playoffs and it's going to be a sad season.
There you go. Put your hopes low.
We do have a really light schedule after the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And the division's still in reach.
And who are you chasing? Is it the Padres? No, they're below you.
No, we're chasing the Padres and the Phillies.
Oh, that's right.
So the Padres, I believe, are a game and a half up on the Phillies. We're a game and a half back on the Phillies. So 3 games from the Padres. We have to beat both. We can't have a tie because we already lost the tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
So,
be interesting. I'm excited. This is where you can start getting excited down the stretch here when they get close. I love having a close race.
It'd be nice if Adames could just hit like 20 more home runs. He's been fucking hot, by the way.
Has he? You were supposed to have an update for us this week.
350. He's been hitting like 350 over the last 3 weeks.
Next week, make sure you check your long shot there. You got to count how many he's had in the second half.
Will do.
Let's do NFL. We got to go kind of quick here, man. We ran long. Book of More Moms, our fantasy team. We are 2-1. Ultimate comeback. We've won 2 in a row now. We're up to 5th in the projections. Our bench is very good. We're in that situation now where we're putting up decent points, and we're even leaving points on the bench. James Robinson. We have Devonta Smith. And, who did we just lose, though? We lost somebody. Somebody got hurt.
Well, Cook is questionable.
Yep, Cook. Cook looked like he separated his fucking shoulder. But now we have an excuse to throw Robinson in there. So, double-edged sword.
I'm trying to look if Herbert for the Bears is picked up.
Ooh.
He is. Damn.
Okay.
He is.
So that was your Book of More Moms talk. I'm going to do some Lions talk quick.
What do you want to do with the quarterbacks quick?
Christ.
What do you want to do with them?
Keep starting.
Do we want to keep Jimmy G?
Jimmy G's gone. Don't we have Wentz still, or I made you drop him?
No, we picked up Jimmy G for Wentz.
Oh, that's right. I'm not starting Jimmy G again. He's garbage. Dak Prescott might be back this week. Let's see how that goes.
Next week, week 5.
This week. He got his stitches out yesterday. He said he's not ruling out not playing next week. Or playing next week. So we'll keep
I just got a notification right before we started week 5.
Okay.
Dak hints at week 5 return.
Maybe it changed then. Maybe I'm an idiot. Could be both. Lions talk, man. They played so well. They started so hot. It was 14-0. I'm feeling good. Dan Campbell was being aggressive. We were 4 of 5 on 4th down, which is just ridiculous. He went for it on 4th down from his own 40, up by like 3. Like, the nuts on this man are astounding. And then down the stretch, Minnesota's fighting back. You knew it was going to happen. They got a high-powered offense. And Lions are up 3 points. They're at about the 35. It's 4th and 3. And Campbell, who has now gone for it this whole day, 4-5, decides to kick the field goal. It was the kicker's career long, which is just astounding to me that he would do that. And he misses it, of course. And Minnesota scores in 3 plays. Oh, and after the second play, which is like a 40-yard bomb, Dan Campbell called a timeout, even though Minnesota had no timeouts. What are you doing?
Lions gonna Lions.
So it's like they're back. Like, it's just choke job. But I mean, it's growing pains with a fresh head coach, I guess. But we can only use that excuse so long. Fresh? It's his second year. Well, he's not used to being in it at the end like that. Normally they're making some insane comeback, and it's out of the question.
You know what they are next week? Spread?
Yeah, they're -6.
5.5, but yeah.
-5.5 against Seahawks. I will be hammering that. They are going to smash them. They're at home. Yes, the Seahawks are so bad. I'm not even worried.
Spreadsheet says otherwise.
Spreadsheet can suck my dick. Book it. That's enough about the Lions, though. Packers, hey, they won. That's all you can do.
Got a dub.
That's all you can do.
Dub. You know, it's great to see us win a game like this. We're out wide receivers. Romeo Dobbs looks like a fucking first-round draft pick.
Dobbs the dog.
Yeah, he's a beast. I honestly didn't even know that Watson was going to be out. I didn't know that Sammy Watkins was even injured last week, so to see him go on the IR, I was kind of shocked. No, I was blatantly shocked.
Flat out.
But, you know...
Come on my chest, shocked.
Literally. Rodgers,
you let
35
a dude come
attempts,
on your chest?
255. Well, you said it. I didn't. 255 yards, 2 touchdowns. Can't complain. Aaron Jones looked all right. A.J. Dillon looked all right. I mean, it's a tough...
He still looked fat.
Tough defense, so... No, not true.
It's an impressive win, too. The on-field temp was 95 degrees. Like, dudes... Lazard had a big play or he scored or something. He came off the field and puked. And then you had the close-up of Aaron Jones just dripping sweat, pouring water on himself, multiple cramps, just people falling apart everywhere. So that's a huge game to win.
And we lost Jair Alexander midway through the game, which I think he'll be fine. But the guy that stepped up actually played really fucking well. I believe his name was Nixon.
Trot?
I think. It was Nixon.
Trot Nixon.
7 tackles.
Remember that guy?
No.
You remember Trot Nixon with the Red Sox?
No.
Dude, the Red Sox were my team on MLB 2K5 back in the day, so that's probably why I know. Trot Nixon, Big Papi, Manny Ramirez, Hanley Ramirez. Woo! Actually, I think I might have traded for Hanley. I don't think he was there yet. You had Veritek, Euclid. Who's that?
What was a stacked team?
Oh, man. Pedroia? Maybe not Pedroia yet. No, definitely
Pedroia.
So, anyways, that's enough there. Yeah, it's a win's a win. 2-1 for the Packers. Rodgers is just so good at stirring the pot, too, after the game. He's like, yeah, we got some info from the Jumbotron, and that really helped us out. Like, dude really just got a dude fired just to be petty. Like, I doubt he even actually saw anything.
Well,
but if he did, good for him, man.
It wasn't about that. It was about the play clock.
Yeah, but he said that he could. I don't know. He avoided a delay of game or something, or whatever.
Well, yeah, because Tampa had a delay of game that wasn't called, and then a delay of game that was called right after that. And there was like multiple times they should have had delay of games that they didn't.
Yeah, I guess. I fucking hate the Packers, and I hope I wasn't hoping for it because that'd be a shitty thing to do. But if Rodgers had a stroke, I would have been like, oh shit, Lions winning the division.
Oh my god. You're a horrible person.
Dude, Tua, he was definitely concussed, and they illegally brought him back in.
No, just back spasms.
Dude, back spasms doesn't cause you to be running and just collapse. Like, if he grabbed his back when he collapsed, I'd be like, okay. But, dude, he just
per PFT commenter on Pardon My Take, he said that, his back was really tight in the lower region. So his shoulders were off, and then that made his legs be off, which then, since his back was tight, his brain was kind of shifted, and then his balance just fell off. So it was back spasms.
Okay. Well, he pulled out the dub. We'll talk about him later. The Eagles, man, they are fun. They are fun to watch. They are doing what I want the Lions to do. Same with the Jags. You got the Eagles and the Jags, who are way better than they probably should be. And, like, this is what they were. They were bad when the Lions were bad, and it's bullshit. Except the Eagles are weird, though. They won a Super Bowl in 2017, and then they're really bad after.
Their defense is not good, though.
No, but, dude, that offense, Jalen Hurts looks like a quarterback all of a sudden. It's crazy. And Devonta Smith, oh, shit, some of his catches, holy shit. I don't think the Jags are good, by the way. I think Herbert should not have started. I think he was banged up. I did pick him to win, but I don't think they're good. Their defense,
their defense is really good.
Their defense looks spicy, but I just don't think Trevor Lawrence is there yet.
What do you mean? He threw for 262 and 3 touchdowns this week.
I understand that, but Jared Goff threw for 290 and 2 touchdowns. He's not good.
Okay, well, so then let's look at last week.
Austin,
235 and 2 touchdowns.
Look at overall. He was so bad last year. He led the league in interceptions.
Yeah, now with who as his coach?
Huh? Urban Meyer doesn't make you a bad quarterback. Being a bad quarterback makes you a bad quarterback.
He was drafted into Urban Meyer's NFL shit system. Of course that's going to make him a bad quarterback.
He's
for
a
a
system
year.
quarterback.
Oh, my God.
Look at Clemson.
No.
Actually, their quarterback now is bad. You can tell.
Exactly. I think the Jags might be frisky.
I don't think the Jags fans are there enough for them to get frisky, though. Their stadium's empty on home games. And it's the Chargers, where they don't even have fans show up. They have a fun team, and the fans don't even come. We got to get into picks. We are running long.
Yeah, we are.
Shit. Where are my picks? Okay.
You
go ahead.
How do we want to bring the spreadsheet in here? I know we talked about using it.
Talk about the spreadsheet for your weekend recap or wrap up.
Okay.
We'll just drop that at the end while you're loading up roulette.
Well, I'm talking about picks for this week,
I'm not using the spreadsheet for picks. I'd pick my own games.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be forming a spreadsheet analytics parlay this week, so just so everyone knows. The spreadsheet looks pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. I want to start right from the top?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to read the games, or should I read the games?
I can read the games, and you give Paige's pick, because I don't have hers up. So, Thursday night, Dolphins at Cincinnati Bengals.
She says, gotta stay true to the Dolphins.
Saw that one coming.
I'm going with her. I mean, that's my long shot.
Yep, I'm obviously.
Dolphins look good.
I'm going to take the Bengals. I got their spread as my lock, so I'm going to go Bengals here.
So spreadsheet actually has this at a Dolphins minus 1.7. So.
Fuck the spreadsheet. That's what I have to say. We'll see how they do this week. Vikings at Saints.
Paige said Vikings. The Saints got a hurricane coming in hot.
That's true.
I think she used that for a couple games this week, actually. So.
Who do you got?
I like.
This dude is using the spreadsheet for his picks. He's not even using his own mind. I see you looking at it.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at it. Yeah, I am looking at it.
Horseshit. I don't have a spreadsheet. Fuck it, whatever.
I do like the Vikings. I do like the Vikings.
Oh, you took the Vikings?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think the Saints' defense is that good.
I think the Saints are so bad. I will probably bet against them every game for the entirety of the rest of the year. Browns at what's your spreadsheet? How about you just add in what the spreadsheet has?
Vikings minus 3.3.
There you go.
And huge under.
Browns at Falcons.
Paige says Falcons. Nothing else to say. I don't give a fuck about either.
And
what do you think?
I'm taking the Falcons too. I think the Browns had some good games, but the Steelers are bad. They just beat the Steelers at home. But they're on the road. Falcons' offense looks sweet. Their defense is decent. And I think this is going to be a possible over game. I'm curious to see what the spreadsheet thinks. But I've got Atlanta.
I'm going to take the Browns. I think the Browns just are more ground and pound, and I don't know if Atlanta's going to be able to stop it. So.
Well, and I think, for me personally, I think I undervalue Brissett as a quarterback. He's a very good backup to have while waiting for Deshaun, but the Falcons are fun, and I'm gonna take him again.
This spreadsheet's got Browns minus 2.3 and huge on the over.
Boom.
4 points to the over.
What did I say? I like the over. I don't even like the over anymore. I love it.
Except for you don't believe in the spreadsheet. So
Commanders at Cowboys.
Paige says, clearly we know this. The Cowboys all the way.
Yep.
Yeah, saw that one coming.
Yeah, I like the Cowboys. Cooper Rush, another one of those quarterbacks that I was undervaluing. He looks okay. He's a great fill-in while Dak is gone. And the Commanders are just really bad.
I actually don't have this one in the spreadsheet. But I like the Cowboys. The Cowboys defense is just way too good. I'm really heavy on defense this week. I'm not really sure why. But, I mean, look at Micah Parsons, dude. The dude's fucking nuts.
That dude is unreal. Speaking of defense, I forgot to mention this earlier with the Lions. Jeff Okudah clamped up Justin Jefferson.
Well, everybody apparently can clamp up that team, so...
No. Justin Jefferson, week 1, had 200 yards against the Packers.
I don't recall.
And he had Jair on him.
That's weird. Well, he also had linebackers on him in coverage.
That's
so
just idiotic.
Week
Week 2,
agree.
Jefferson did do nothing. But Okuda, week 1, he had A.J. Brown, and he got toasted. No. He was on Devonta Smith week 1 because they put AO on A.J. Brown. And guess what? Devonta Smith had no catches. Week 2, he had Terry McLaurin. He had like 1 catch. And then Jefferson went for 3 for 22. So I'm getting excited about Okuda. He might be back. Actually, you can't be back if you were never there. So he might be here. Maybe that's what I mean to say. Seahawks at the Detroit Lions.
Listen, I don't think that you know what? I'm just gonna give Paige's pick while I think about this.
Okay, and then I'll go.
Said Bahaha, Seahawks, Lions try hard, but
I can't wait for her to be wrong. I hope she has a shit week, by the way. I forgot records. Here's your records. Paige is in first at 26, 21, and 1. She went 8-8 last week. Frankie's in second at 24, 23, and 1, 9 and 7 last week.
we're positive.
I'm in last, 22, 25, and 1. I had a bad week, 6 and 10. I had a chance to go 500.
Maybe you should trust the spreadsheet.
No, fuck that. Actually, I had a chance. Yeah, I had a chance to go 500. I had the 49ers and the Giants Sunday, Monday, so that sucked. Obviously, I'm taking the Lions this week. I'm trying to take my bias out of it now, but honestly, I was wrong week 1, which is fine. That was biased. And then week 2, are we in week 3 right now? Yeah, week 2, I took the Lions. 3. They won. Week 3, they were in it the whole game and they blew it. So I'm gonna take the Lions.
Yeah, I've decided I'm gonna take the Lions, but they're minus 5.5. I don't think they should be 5.5.
What spreadsheet got?
It's got the Seahawks Seahawks plus 4.2.
Ooh, interesting.
So it's close.
Interesting.
But I mean, I could see that. I could see it being a 3-4 point game.
Yeah, but it won't be. You heard it here first. Lions win by 9 points. It'd be a weird score. Shit. Titans at the Colts.
She just said Colts. That's all.
Short and simple. I'm on the Colts too. They looked good last week. They might be back. Defense looks like they figured it out. They shut down the Chiefs. Just got to get Taylor more involved, honestly.
I think they're back too, and I agree. Matt Ryan looks so bad. He's fumbled like 7 times.
Yep, the Colts are still on my do not bet list, but I will take them in this since there's no money involved. But with my money on the line, I do not trust Matt Ryan.
Yep, I agree. Spreadsheet has Colts -2. Their line right now is -3.5. So it has the Titans plus 3.5, under 42.5, total projected at 39.5.
Bears at Giants. This is a stinker.
Paige says Giants only because their colors are slightly better, I guess. Orange looks bad with my hair, so I hate that color.
Paige is a redhead for those that don't know. That's hilarious.
Yes.
I'm riding with the Giants again, dude. I still think they are better than people think. Daniel Jones is still bad, but
I don't think he's that bad.
He's not bad enough to lose to this shit Bears team. And Saquon is good. He's on the do not bet list now. I'll bring that up later. But I got the Giants.
I also am going to take the Giants. I also don't have that one in the spreadsheet.
This guy's fucking slacking.
It was last night's game. I had to use it for last night's game. It has the Giants -1.8. Total set at 37. I don't know what the line is for that game.
I'm not betting on that game. I'm only betting on a shit game if it's prime time.
I agree.
Jaguars at Eagles.
Paige said, okay, this one, there's 2 in here that don't make sense. This one is one of them. I looked both of these teams up, and neither are doing good, but I guess the Eagles.
Neither are doing good? The Eagles are undefeated.
Newsflash, the Eagles are 3-0. The Jags are 2-1. Both teams are doing pretty decent.
I mean, count it. She took the Eagles. So I'm on the Eagles too. I love the Eagles. They're fun to watch. Do it. I dare you. Do it.
I'm taking the Jags.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. I took him last week, man. That felt good. Felt good to get an upset like that.
Here's what I see. It's a trap game.
Absolutely is.
Everybody looks at the Jags and says, you know what? Jags beat an injured Chargers team. Eagles blew out everyone. Guess what? The Jags have a good defense. Eagles have not played a team where they actually have struggled with defense yet.
Lions put up some good points on them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They didn't play against a team with a good defense.
Oh, okay. Yep. Gotcha.
So the Eagles now are going to have to play a team with a good defense.
Who'd they play
Back
week
on the
2?
defense train this week. They played the Vikings. Wait,
right.
no. They beat...
No, yeah, the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a good point.
I think the Jags are going to run the football down their throat. And I think Trevor Lawrence is going to throw for 300 yards. And they're going to win. Spreadsheet, by the way. Jags minus 1.7.
Wow. Gross.
Under 43.
Gross. I'm not betting on that game just so I can try to enjoy it. Because I'd like to, root for the Jags. I just hate them for some reason.
I think it'll be a cool game.
Jets at Steelers.
She said, I hate the Steelers, but a Steelers fan tipped me $20 this week, so we'll give it to him. Might be the smartest pick she's had.
I'm taking the Jets. Dude, the Steelers are bad. That offense is going to be bad until they finally nut up and put Pickett in. Najee Harris seems banged up. He's not doing well. Their O-line sucks. And the Jets are frisky. They are frisky.
Jets are not frisky,
and
dude.
Zach Wilson's back. And look at it this way. Jets beat the Browns. Browns beat the Steelers. Jets.
I'm still going Steelers. I just can't.
What's the spreadsheet got?
Steelers minus 2.8. The spread is actually minus 3.5.
Yep.
And then it's got...
Give me Jets spread. Give me Jets money line.
No pick on the total.
Yeah, that game's going to be
set at 41.5. It's got it set at 42.
That game's going to be a shitter. But Zach Wilson might be back this week. Bills
Maybe.
at Ravens. This one will be a fun one.
She just says, Buffaloes.
Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills.
I figured you would with your lock. I've got the Ravens.
You want to... Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. Lamar's good. There, that's my reason.
I was going to say, I get it. Lamar has been a stud. But, like I said, built up anger.
Yeah, well, and, dude, the Bills technically could have won that game if Devin Singletary wasn't a fucking idiot.
Spreadsheet has Bills minus 5.2. Spread is set at minus 3.5.
Wow, I'm really disagreeing with the spreadsheet this week, and I don't like it.
Total is
Over.
projected to be 51.
What's the
It's
actual?
set at 51.5.
Ooh, so that's obviously a do not bet because it's that
Says
close.
a 28 to 23 game.
Fun stat for you: Ravens most points for in the league. Guess the second place team.
Eagles. No, it's gonna be the Lions.
Lions, baby.
Eagles are probably 3. Or the Bills.
I didn't look past that, but
I figured.
I did, but I don't remember. Ravens have 99 points for. The Lions have 30 or 95. Yeah, if only our defense didn't give up so many fucking points.
Yeah.
Chargers, Texans.
Paige said, "Oof. I'm gonna go with the Texans here."
They have good-looking cheerleaders,
I
too.
mean-
I know she's big into the cheerleaders.
I mean, if Herbert decides to actually sit, because he is so fucking banged up right now.
Dude, what if he takes the injection? Oh, God.
Ooh.
Oh, God. I'm taking the Chargers, though, because I don't think the Texans could beat a blind guy.
I mean, I'm gonna take the Chargers, but I think it'll be close. I mean, the Dameon Pierce looked really fucking good this week.
He did.
But the Chargers defense. I mean,
Texans seem like they could be another covering machine. Everything's been close for them this year. And, dude, speaking of covering machines, Dan Campbell, I'll get the stats. Dude has covered, 16 of his 23 games or something. Not that he hasn't played that many games. Maybe it was 15 of 21 games. That's not right either. No, it is. No, we're through 3 weeks. Anyways, He's a covering machine. He's like 70% ATS.
Spreadsheet has Texans minus 2.7.
Wow, man. I'm really disagreeing with the spreadsheet. Fuck, I might go...
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened on that one. I'm going to assume it's because of the points allowed. Chargers have allowed 84 points. Texans have allowed 59.
Cardinals at Panthers.
Yeah. She said Cardinals because we know I love them. I think I want the Cardinals too. Yep.
That's my Cardinal noise.
Yeah, I'm going Cardinals too.
Are there even actually Cardinals in Arizona?
Yeah, probably.
I took the Cardinals too. Carolina's bad.
So the spreadsheet. Panthers minus 4.7. The Vegas spread right now is Panthers minus 1.5.
I mean, yeah, the Cardinals haven't looked good, but
yeah,
and the new Call of Duty beta was out this weekend, so that's why they lost this week.
Oh shit! Did my reminder come up? No.
That reminder was for later in the season for when it comes out to bet against them, which I think I did like late October. Shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, Panther fact. I got offered a trade in our fantasy league. It's actually Meeker's league. It was Christian McCaffrey in a third for DeAndre Swift and my first.
That's funny because that same guy is trying everything and anything. He sent me like a package a day for Cooper Kupp.
I don't think I'm going to accept it.
One of them involved me giving up Cooper Kupp and a first.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to accept it because Swift is younger. But, dude, I'm so close to trading him with how banged up he always is. But I can't give up a star and a first for a star and a third. A third doesn't mean shit. It's nothing. Like, and McCaffrey, you're trading banged up guy for other banged up guy that's a little bit older. So, like, I don't think I'm going to accept it. But, hey, listen.
You wanna hear the offers I have right now for him?
Yeah.
So, did they expire? Oh, shit, they expired. Never mind. One was McCaffrey. I think it was McCaffrey and a fifth straight up for Kupp and a third. It was like, no fucking chance. And then another was like, all of them were like 4-player packages for Kupp and a pick for me to move back in the draft.
I hate guys like that offer you like 4 shitters for one really good player, and they're like, "Oh, dude, you get so much depth."
It was like Burrow, DJ Moore, Jameson Williams, and somebody else for Cooper Kupp. And then I was moving back in the draft. I was like, first off, I want to move up in the draft.
Right. All right, let's get going. Patriots at Packers.
This is the second one that didn't make sense. She says, I don't know if the Packers will lose 2 weeks in a row, so I guess Packers. Packers won.
Did she watch the game with you?
She did.
Oh, my God. Well, hey, she gave a pick, though, so.
I'm going to take the Packers.
I'm on the Packers, too. Mac Jones is banged up. Patriots haven't looked good.
Yep. Spreadsheet has Packers minus 4, but that does not take into account Mac Jones being injured. As major under.
Yep. Could be under energy. I don't know, though. I feel like Green Bay could put up some points.
Depending on who our wide receivers are.
Broncos at Raiders.
Paige says, Broncos because I realized that the Raiders logo is dumb as fuck.
Oh, dude, the Raiders logo is sweet. I love the Raiders logo.
It's not bad.
I don't know why I keep doing this. Raiders. I'm pretty sure I've taken them every week, and they've lost every week. But
I thought about it, but like they just look like shit.
So do the Broncos, though. The Raiders, like if you look at, put pen to paper, and you compared like receivers and quarterbacks, I would Raiders, man. You got Devontae.
On paper, I would take the Raiders,
Renfro.
But in the game, I'm taking the Broncos.
Well, and Renfro's hurt this week, so if he plays,
yep, I'm taking the Broncos.
Man, fuck. So, hey, this is a week where I can get it back, though. We've disagreed a lot.
Yep, spreadsheet has Broncos minus 3.3. Vegas spread is set at Raiders minus 2, and it has almost 10 points of value to the under.
Wow.
Which is set at 44.5.
Wow. Devontae's due for a giant week. He had a decent week, a bad week, and a bad week. So he's due for a big one.
Touchdown in every week, though.
Chiefs.
12 straight games dating
Chiefs
back
at
to Fresno.
Bucks Sunday night. That'll be a fun one.
Will be. She says Tampa Bay is fucked right now because of the hurricane, so they may not even exist soon. So Chiefs.
I'm on the Chiefs as well. Tampa Bay's offense does not look good. Mike Evans will be back, but they can't move the ball. Major under energy here, and I'm hoping the spreadsheet agrees with me.
I was going to take the Bucks, but the hurricane might not have Chris Godwin back yet, might not have Julio back. I'm going to take the Chiefs. Spreadsheet has the Bucks minus 0.2.
Betting on a tie. I'm betting on a tie.
The line is set at -2.
I'm betting on a tie.
Oh, God. Please don't.
What's got for the under? Give it to me. Give it to me.
7 points to the under.
Nice.
Set at 45, projected at 38.5.
Nice. Side note, I don't know why you and Paige keep bringing up the hurricane. That's a non-factor. Both teams would have to play there.
Well, yeah, they're playing at a neutral site.
Oh, actually, they're not. Oh, well, no shit. There's a hurricane there.
Yeah, in the Midwest.
So it is a factor. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Last game, Monday night, Rams at 49ers.
Paige says this isn't even a question. Rams emoji.
Yep.
Saw that one coming.
And you've got?
The Rams.
Okay, I'm taking the 49ers.
Jimmy G looks like ass.
Jimmy G looks like ass. The defense, though, they were missing Eric Armstead. Bosa was a non-factor. The 49ers defense is still very good. The Rams historically struggle against 49ers, especially at the 49ers. That field sucks. So I'm taking the 49ers.
Cam Akers is back, so. Spreadsheet has Niners minus 3.2. It's set at minus 2.5. Also, major under vibes.
Let's go! Finally got one to agree with me. Jesus. All right, we really got to get going here. Tank Award of the Week. Your nominees. This is the last one, by the way. Your nominees, Tua. Like we said earlier, he got smoked. Came back with a concussion to hold on. Our second nominee, the guy that took the ball to the ass from Miami's punter for the butt safety.
Straight up the ass.
And Tubbs and Frankie together because we won big over the weekend. Let's recap that real quick. Saturday, both did mediocre to bad. And then Sunday, we just both kept sending each other wins. Like, oh, I just hit this. I hit this. I hit this. Frankie had a nice cash out. I had a big-time cash out, which slots helped a little bit. I had a little bit of slot action there, which I got to stop doing.
A little.
But, it wasn't slots. It was roulette, actually. Real quick story. After the Lions game, I'm really pissed about the loss. I'm taking a shit. And for some reason, I said, I'm going to put $8 on 28 and 24, which was the final score. And it hit 28 with a multiplier for $400. Phenomenal stuff.
Off of $8.
Off of $8. Yep, so that was huge. And your winner is Tubbs and Frankie because we don't get cash outs like that very often.
It's nice. We're back.
For the year, that brings me up. So that was huge. Do not bet list. Man, this is so rushed and I love it. Come on, where's it at? Let me go first. I've got Oklahoma.
Okay.
Fuck Oklahoma. I've got Michigan first half spreads, even though I literally am going to bet on it on Saturday. And then I've got any trend that I bring up on the podcast because Michigan first half got fucked. I've got Leonard Fournette anytime touchdown because he fucked the parlay I had. It was Cooper Kupp, Drake London, and Leonard Fournette. And it was $10 for 170, and Leonard Fournette fucked that up. He even had a chance, dude. They were on the 2. On the 2, and he got tackled at the 1. And then I've also got any Saquon Barkley stat because of the parlay.
Fair. I've got Dolphins wide receivers because Tyreek Hill fucked me in the consistency parlay. Raiders, again. Raiders everything. Devontae Adams I had in my lotto ticket this weekend. I had his receptions and his yards, neither hit. Raiders can't put a full game together. That's why I'm fading the Raiders. And then MSU, again. This
you bet on
becoming
MSU?
A trend. Well, I had him in my teaser. I told you this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Becoming a trend where I have to be beaten twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Can't
fool
get
me 3
fooled
times,
again.
can't get fooled again.
Yeah, so.
I had another one. I just thought of it. That's okay. Fuck it. Roulette, you got it loading up?
Yep. What's your number?
I want...
Well, we got 13 seconds. Yeah.
I want... Give me 4 because that's how much Saquon missed his yards by last night. That's hang on here.
4?
Yep, number 4.
I'm going to take 23. The previous one is still spinning.
Okay.
There was 3
23.
boosted numbers in the last one.
Love 23.
5, 8, and 13 were boosted.
If 4 hits here, make sure you tell me because I'm changing it.
Okay. Should I do $1 on each, $2 on each,
Whatever
$5
you're comfortable
on each?
with. I like doing 5, but I mean,
We'll go 5. I got 110 in the account right now.
and you only do it once every 2 weeks, so I mean you'll make it back.
So
Been
4
hot.
and 20. Oh, not that.
4 and 24.
4 and 23.
23. You're right. That was your number. Let's go. What just hit on the last one?
15.
Oh, nice. Come on, baby. One time. We're splitting now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Oh, hit that 4. Oh, you bastard. What is that, 13?
What numbers?
13, 10, and 14 got zapped.
That's boosted, by the way.
Come on, 4. One time. What is that? Oh, 32. 32. What a gross number. Nobody bets on 32.
No, you only bet on 23.
No, 23, man. All right. That's it, everybody. Hey, have a great weekend. I'm golfing this weekend, by the way. We'll have an update on Monday or next
chilly.
Wednesday. It's actually gonna be okay. 70, and we golf at 11. I have to miss football though, but that's okay. Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices. Gonna have to put it on the phone. All right. Have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, door some tutties. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a review. Go on our Twitter, man. We post funny shit. Put
We've
some
been
parlays
dropping
there.
Some locks.
Yep. And
Look forward to a spreadsheet parlay and Paige's parlay.
yep, we'll do that. What are you gonna do for the spreadsheet parlay? Just the 3 best legs? That's what you should do.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Hey, have a good one. We'll see you next week.